Shut up, Smarks. Ring Ross Redux. No, I won't tap out. I won't tap out. All of you butthurt suck. Just stop watching Raw. Stop watching Raw. So this week's going to be the pre-preview of Battleground on the WWE Network from the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So how many matches we got? We got 8 altogether, including the pre-show. So we'll see if 1 or 2 maybe get added. Usually, they'll say, well, we got a bit of extra time because that one match didn't go quite as long as we expected it to, or that other match went longer, so we got to take a match out. So usually they stick mostly to the number. Usually, if anything, they'll add another match, but usually not that long of a match. But so let's get right into it, shall we? The pre-show, we'll see Ty Dillinger taking on Aiden English in a you again match, because this is the third time I think they've faced each other in a pre-show, specifically in a pre-show. So they might be getting a little sick of each other. I mean, Aiden English did sing a little bit of a song about how he was going to come out on top of this one. Hopefully, anyway, he'll come out on top of this one. I don't know. I don't think I really like his chances, though. Seeing as how his opponent is quite often so highly ranked on all those top 10 lists. You are listening to Ring Rust Redux on Jabronology TV. So next we'll talk about the Tag Team Championship match, which will see the Usos, Jimmy and Jay, taking on 2 of the 3 members of the New Day. So it will either be Rudy Booty would be Kofi Kingston and Big E Langston. Tootie Booty, which is Xavier Woods and Big E, or Tootie Booty? Yes, Tootie Booty, Xavier Woods and Big E Langston. I don't know. At some point in time they said Rudy Tootie Booty, and it's like, okay, well, Rudy Tootie Booty, there's 3 of them, so we'll just say Rudy, and Tootie, and Booty. So Tootie because Xavier Woods carries the trombone and he toots it. Booty because Big E Langston has that booty that he likes to shake. And Rudy because there's one left, and it's Kofi Kingston. So it works, I guess. If you don't try too hard, I guess it will work. So I don't think the New Day is going to win just yet. I think they're still embroiled pretty solidly in that feud, but it's not quite, I don't think it's quite done yet. They haven't quite gotten as much out of it as they could have gotten just yet. So we'll see if it goes any further than this. I will predict, though, a successful title defense, as unfortunately or fortunately, whatever, I usually do. I usually do predict a successful title defense, usually. Not that that's how it always goes, but sometimes, a lot of the time, that is how it goes. But anyway, we'll see how it works out this time. I won't be disappointed one way or the other. Hopefully I'll get to see it with a friend or two this weekend. If not, I'll be watching it by myself again. That's why I don't have the network anymore. Because why pay to watch wrestling by myself when I can watch wrestling by myself for free? So, anywho, successful title defense, at least as far as I can see it anyway. We'll see if it plays out differently, but until then, you are listening to Ring Rust Redux on Jabronology TV. But for right now, let's get back to the Battleground pre-preview on the WWE Network. So I guess we'll talk about Sami Zayn versus Mike Kanellis next. Mike Bennett, technically, but when WWE, they said, hey, we'll do that thing where you took your wife's name, apparently. Because that's never come up before in your career. But hey, nobody cares because you're in WWE now, and this is where your career began. So, stuff. I don't. Yeah, it's a thing. You're gonna notice him, I guess. It's like, why can't he just use his real name? Why can't he go by the name he went on the Indies? Because they can't put his Indies name on a T-shirt. It's actually his name. It's like John Cena. Well, they can put John Cena's name on a T-shirt, I guess, because they must be paying him enough. You know, they changed pretty much everybody's name because they want to market somebody. So Mike Kanellis may become the next big star sometime in the next 5 years, and they may want to say, you know, we're going to put your name on a T-shirt, and you're going to sell a million of those T-shirts, and then you're going to be, I don't know, you're going to be rolling in it. You're going to be making major merchandising bank and stuff like that. So, fingers crossed that's how it turns out for him. Wish everyone success, of course, but not everybody gets success. I do predict, though, he is going to be successful in this match because, I don't know, maybe Sami Zayn will get his revenge for being cost that victory over Mike Kanellis due to Maria Kanellis. But, you know, I suspect it's more likely to lead to a steel cage match or a strap match or something where she's banned from ringside, or it's a no disqualification or something. It'll build like that until it gets to a match where she can't interfere, or it's a 2-on-1 match, or it's a mixed tag match, and Sami Zayn grabs, I don't know, who can he grab? Mickie James, I guess? She's on SmackDown, right? I think so. Or any of the 5 women in this match I'm going to be talking about in a few minutes could be grabbed, I suppose, and put into this, who knows? Maybe Sami Zayn knows a woman wrestler who isn't on the roster right now who could use a bit of a rubs and bring her in for that, and then maybe they'll have a match. But for right now, I think we're going to be feeling the power of love, continue feeling the power of love for Mike and Maria Kanellis. Pew pew! You are listening to Ring Rust Redux on Jabronology TV.
Klingon battlecruiser off the port bow. All officers to the bridge.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
So is that song about John Sim? Or is it about James Delgado? I'm moving on. Back to the WWE Battleground pre-preview on the WWE Network. Straight out of the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Right in Kurt Angle's backyard, even though it's SmackDown, so it's not gonna, I don't know. Anyway, so next up on my list here of matches to pre-preview will be the United States Championship match, which will see the champion AJ Styles defend against the former champion Kevin Owens. It'll be a classic match, I'm sure. Anything with Kevin Owens, someone as talented as Kevin Owens and as talented as AJ Styles, is bound to be a good match. I wish I'd seen the whole match where AJ won the title, but we'll see how this plays out. Well, maybe it'll be a replay of it. Maybe it'll be, more than likely though, it'll be a whole new match. Sometimes they do that though. I mean, a lot of times they'll do that when they're touring. They'll pretty much do the same match in one city and in the next city and in the next city after that, just, you know, because practice makes perfect. Spoilers, they're not actually fighting each other. Almost every night they have a live rehearsal of a televised or pay-per-view match. So, you know, everything's leading up to a televised or pay-per-view match. So, you know, the live events are great practice, and the wins matter as much, I guess, on live events they do on TV to a lot of people. Not to everybody, but, you know. I hope to see AJ Styles defend his title for the time being, because is this his first challenger? I think it's his first challenger since winning the title, and it's never good to see a champion lose their title right after they gained it, right after they, you know, with their first challenger, even if it is the return match from the champion. I mean, it's just not as, I don't know, doesn't seem as good, I think, an idea to have a champion lose their title right away. You may or may not have heard the term transitional champion. That's not the kind of thing that I'd like to see either of these guys be. I don't really want to see anybody be that. Even Jinder Mahal is not a transitional champion. And you know what the world thinks of Jinder Mahal being champion. So, do you want to think less of AJ Styles? We'll put it that way. Do you want to think less of AJ Styles than you do of Jinder Mahal by him being a transitional champion? Then I guess AJ's going to win his match. Almost like he's some sort of demigod. You're listening to Ring Rust Redux on Jabronology TV.
Macho Facts. Randy Savage has counted to infinity. Twice. And the Macho Man's the reason Waldo is hiding. Like me on Facebook, tinyurl.com/ringrust. Follow me on Twitter @MarkJabroni. And subscribe to Jabronology TV, youtube.com/fanboymarkjabroni.
So back to the Battleground pay-per-view on the WWE Network. Shinsuke Nakamura taking on Money in the Bank winner for SmackDown, Baron Corbin. Very nice. I'm hearing a lot of people saying that since, and a lot of times when you win the Money in the Bank, you go on a losing streak, and then you cash in successfully usually. But I can kind of see that happening again. Baron Corbin, well, he probably should, you know. I mean, not that it doesn't hurt at all for him to lose matches, but, you know, for some sort of momentum or at least perceived actual contention for, you know, spots on the roster kind of thing, he should at least be successful. You know, he should at least be somewhat successful. I mean, it would probably make his Money in the Bank case look that much more impressive if he keeps winning. It's like, oh man, he keeps winning. He probably doesn't even need that case. Oh my God, is he going to cash in? No, not this week. See you next week, everybody, kind of thing. So, I don't know. He also strikes me as the kind of guy who's going to let people know when he's going to cash in, too. So, but I think it's probably, all things considered, it's WWE, and that's what WWE seems to like doing. Let's just say Baron Corbin's probably not going to win this match. Nothing against Baron Corbin. He seems a pretty solid character with some pretty solid fists. And he's probably going to do his best to put those pretty solid fists through the pretty solid skull of Shinsuke Nakamura. Whether or not he succeeds is another matter altogether. Because Shinsuke's got the power of the rising sun on his side. You're listening to Ring Rust Redux on Jabronology TV. So, next up, we have a fatal 5-way elimination match to determine the number one contender for the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship at SummerSlam, which will see Charlotte Flair taking on Natalya, Tamina, Lana, and who I believe will be the eventual winner. At least I'd like to see as the eventual winner. I don't really think I'd mind if any of the other 4 women win, but I personally would prefer to see Becky Lynch take it. Because, you know, she's just got something that I like, that I do something furiously at the thought of. So, you are listening to Ring Rust Redux on Jabronology TV.
I've had Windows boot up faster than you. Come on, get a move on.
Ah, it's ticking.
Boom.
Mine's bigger than yours. Ha-ha.
Ooh, that's gotta sting.
You're listening to Ring Rust Redux on Gerbernology TV. We got a flag match featuring John Cena versus Rusev, and since it was proposed on the 4th of July, I think we can probably guess who's going to end up winning this match. And he just came back from being away for a while, so again, I think we can guess who's going to win this match. That's how I'm guessing is going to win the match anyway. And you might not like him, but you just keep fronting. It ain't gonna make no difference.
Like me on Facebook, tinyurl.com/ringrust. Follow me on Twitter @MarchieBrony, and subscribe to Jarbronology TV, youtube.com/fanboy Mark Jabroni.
So we got one match left for WWE Battleground on the WWE Network from the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Born and raised. The playground is... No, wait, that's something else. So we got the main event, which is a Punjabi prison match for the WWE Championship. Champion Jinder Mahal with the Singh brothers in his corner, though how much in their corner they're going to be, but, because they're in a cage, will be taking on Randy Orton. And I don't know, I don't think, shall we say, the Punjabi part of the Punjabi match is usually successful in these matches. I don't think the Great Khali won a single one of them. And he's the one who was the ... Punjabi part of the... anyway. I don't know. I don't like Jinder Mahal's chances, is all I'm saying. Just like Baron Corbin, I don't like Jinder Mahal's chances. So, might not be for a title win, but I do foresee Randy Orton's going to come out on top of that one. I don't know, though. It might take a little bit of convincing to help me believe otherwise.
That's it for another show, kiddies. Check me out on Facebook, where you can keep track of all the news that's right on the mark, from around ringside to the latest concerts. See you at the shows. Later days.
This is 93.5 CHMR FM.